Hey guys, welcome to episode number 2 of Cameron's Corner, your go-to podcast for everything happening in the Utah County real estate world. I'm your host, Cameron Hecking, and each week I break down market trends, offer tips for buyers and sellers, and spotlight one exciting real estate deal you won't want to miss. In today's episode, we're talking about a recent drop in mortgage rates and what it means for affordability right here in Utah. Then I'll walk you through 2 brand new loan programs that are seriously changing the game when it comes to down payments. These are big deals, especially if you're trying to buy a home without a ton of cash up front. Let's get into it. So here's what's new. According to a recent article from Realtor.com, mortgage rates just dropped again for the 3rd straight week in a row. Right now, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate is sitting at 6.81%, which is the lowest we've seen in about a month. Now, I know 6.8% might not sound super low compared to where rates were a few years ago, but here's why it matters. Even a small drop in interest rate can have a huge impact on your monthly payment. For many buyers in Utah, this can mean hundreds of dollars saved every single month. And here's the other big piece of news. Home listings are on the rise. That means more inventory is hitting the market, giving buyers more options and potentially more negotiation power. So what does this mean for you, especially if you're thinking about buying? Here's the breakdown. First, you're not competing against as many buyers as you would have been a year ago. That means more choices, fewer bidding wars, and possibly better deals. Second, with rates dipping, you can afford more house for the same monthly payment or just save money if you stick to your budget. And third, if you're renting right now and waiting for the perfect time to buy, this might be your window. Rates have pulled back slightly, inventory is up, and there are some incredible financing options right now that I want to tell you about. Now, with that being said, let's talk about 2 new loan programs from my friends over at Vonk Lending that are making home ownership much more affordable right now. These programs are perfect for people who don't have a massive down payment saved up, but still want to take advantage of today's market. So that first option is going to be a conventional loan with just 1% down. So you need to bring in 1%, and then the lending institution is going to bring in the additional 2% up to $7,000. So they're going to cover up to $7,000 of your down payment. And this is not just limited to first-time homebuyers, so anyone can use it. There's no requirements for FHA approval on condos. So if you're looking to get into a condo, you don't need to worry about that. And you only need to have a credit score of 620 or higher to qualify. This is awesome. And the reason it matters is because it makes homeownership accessible with a much lower out-of-pocket cost, and it gives you flexibility with better rates and broader property options than FHA loans typically allow. But now let's go talk about this FHA program that they have as well. This FHA loan is 3.5% down paid with a forgivable grant. So what that means is with this one, the full 3.5% down payment required by an FHA loan is covered by a grant. And that grant is 100% forgiven after 12 months, which means you don't have to repay it. There are no restrictions on this one as well for being a first-time homebuyer, and you only need to have that 620 credit score to qualify. This one is also available statewide, so there's no restriction county to county. So the strategy tip on this one is the interest rate is going to be a little bit higher than that conventional, but you can get into a home now and hopefully refinance when rates drop again. I'm not a guru. I don't know when that's going to happen, but statistically, I'm fairly confident that it will happen due to how long we've been riding these high 6 to 7% interest rates. It just is very likely that they will come down eventually. If either one of these options sound like something that would work for you, Or if you just want to learn more, text me at 385-232-0980 or DM me on Instagram at cameronhecking.re, and I'll send you all the details. That wraps up this week's episode of Cameron's Corner. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope this helps you better understand what's happening in the market right now and how you can take advantage of it. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate here in Utah, I'd love to help. I'm always happy to answer questions or walk you through what makes sense for you in your situation. And if you like what you heard today, send me your email and I'll add you to my weekly newsletter. It's packed with local real estate tips, fun Utah updates, and more deals just like the ones that we talked about today. Thanks again so much for listening, and I'll catch you next week on Cameron's Corner.